What if love is never spoken, but endlessly replayed through songs? What if a single playlist could reveal more than 1,000 interviews ever could? Hello everyone, and welcome back to Jikook Moments, the space where every small detail between Jimin and Jungkook feels deeper than it first appears. Today, we are not just talking about music. We are talking about choices, meaning, patterns that feel far too consistent to be called coincidence. From Love Is Not Over, the first song self-produced by Jungkook, to Still With You, which carries that quiet, lingering sense of longing. Is this simply music taste? Or is there a silent language being shared with the world? We will also talk about their reunion photos after military service, the chemistry that feels even more mature than before, and the massive preparations for BTS's grand stage at Gwanghwamun Plaza, an event so significant it has drawn the attention of the city of Seoul itself. Because perhaps, this is not just a comeback. This is a moment shaping history. So stay until the end, because today's small details may become tomorrow's biggest story. The love songs shared by Jimin and Jungkook feel like mirrors of their own souls. Soft, emotional, romantic, and somehow perfectly aligned. Jungkook's playlist feels like quiet devotion, like a confession whispered at midnight. A love that does not need to be announced to feel real. Meanwhile, Jimin's playlist feels like a warm embrace, like someone who believes in forever and is not afraid to show it. If Jungkook represents quiet longing, then Jimin feels like gentle certainty. The moment that truly made hearts tremble was when Jimin included Love Is Not Over, Jungkook's first self-produced song, into his love song playlist. This was not just another BTS track. It was Jungkook's beginning. A song about fragile love, about feelings that may waver but never completely disappear. When Jimin chose that song, it felt like he was choosing more than a melody. He chose history. He chose the beginning. All the members shared their Spotify playlists, many filled with love songs rich with longing. Yet one selection made ARMY pause. Jungkook included Still With You. That song is synonymous with quiet depth, with longing that never fully leaves, with promises that do not need repetition because they are already rooted within. Then another memory resurfaced. The moment Jimin uploaded a photo of himself with Jungkook on Instagram story right after completing military service, using that very song as the background. Coincidence? Or a pattern too consistent to ignore? Almost every time Jimin shares a photo with Jungkook, the chosen song carries romantic undertones. And now Jungkook mirrors that same emotional texture. It feels like a silent language between them, unspoken, yet readable through details. The reunion photos were simple. No elaborate concept. No dramatic filters. And yet, that simplicity became their strength. Jimin with blonde hair, bright, almost glowing. Jungkook with dark hair, intense. The contrast felt symbolic. Two different energies complementing each other. Too harmonious to overlook. Their chemistry has never felt forced. The way they stand, the unconscious narrowing of distance, the effortless body language. Small details some may miss, but crystal clear to those who pay attention. Because it feels natural, the moment becomes dangerous, too real to dismiss, too consistent to label as mere fan service. Of course, beautiful moments rarely escape criticism. Some claim the photo was not real. Some accused it of being AI generated. Others insisted it was impossible for all of them to gather. But logically, why would they need AI? Anything they post instantly becomes global conversation. Being together is part of their work. Practice, rehearsals, meetings. If they take a photo together, it is not conspiracy. It is routine. Minor visual differences? Likely simple editing, brightening skin, softening tones. Official content is polished. Personal uploads are more natural. That is aesthetics, not manipulation. Another narrative appeared. Jungkook should have stood next to Taehyung instead of Jimin. Since when is anyone required to stand beside a specific person in every photo? Looking at their group history, Jimin and Jungkook have stood side by side countless times. This is not new. It is a long-standing, natural pattern. And since completing military service, that closeness feels even more relaxed. as if time apart only deepened appreciation for the space they share. The small things, searching for each other with their eyes, standing without awkward distance, cannot be endlessly choreographed. They are reflexes grown from years together. And perhaps the most important message of that photo is simple: togetherness. They're okay. They are united again. As if to emphasize that this was not ordinary, more news followed. Reports from Yonhap News Agency detailed large-scale preparations for BTS's performance at Gwanghwamun Plaza. This is not just a concert. It is an event moving an entire city. Seoul's mayor, Oh Se-hoon, personally addressed readiness. Cross-department meetings, security, transportation, tourism are being held regularly. That says one thing: this is a priority. Because when we talk about BTS, we are talking about a global phenomenon. Fans from around the world are expected to come. Hotels will fill. Airports will be busy. Streets will echo with languages from every continent. The impact is not only cultural, but economic. Even the season is being considered. If the concert takes place when the trees are green and the city is at its most beautiful, Seoul's image will shine even brighter globally. This is not just about a stage, it is about the entire experience. All of this makes one thing clear. We are not simply waiting for a concert. We are waiting for a historic moment. A moment where love song playlists, reunion photos, and a monumental stage meet on the same timeline. Where small details, a song, a glance, a narrowing distance, become part of something bigger. And perhaps, amid bright lights and thousands of voices, we will realize that what makes it meaningful is not just the scale of the event, but the feeling that always returns. The togetherness that feels real. The energy that cannot be faked. In the end, what makes this meaningful may not be the grand concert or even the love songs themselves. It may be the unconscious glances that search for one another. The connection that remains, no matter what others say. If you feel it too, if the playlist feels like a hidden message, if that simple photo feels like more than just togetherness, share your thoughts in the comments. Coincidence? Or a pattern too consistent to ignore? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you won't miss every small detail that might mean something big here at Jikook Moments. Because here, we do not just observe moments. We feel them.